Brother Man. Mans. Brother Man. Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Boys, we got a new pope.
Do we?
No, but I know which one I want to be the pope.
Did the Pope
Is it Donald J. Trump?
Nope, it's Mr. Pizzagalla. Remember we talked about him the other week?
Yeah, what'd he do?
Man,
It's funny you should ask.
Well, I kind of figured he did something.
Well, he did exactly the same thing that our last pope did.
I can't see.
He venerated my people.
What?
I think I used that word right.
I don't know what that word means, Matt.
He
Juice.
chastised my people.
Fuck you want, dude?
He didn't venerate him.
No, I like it. What's
I like
venerate mean?
That means to respect.
And put him in reverse?
I guess maybe he did respect him.
Drop
No.
that thing, flip it, and reverse it?
Is your freaking bringing bone yet?
No, first off, welcome back to the Brother Man podcast. Thank you for tuning in for another week of shenanigans, facts, and
I know what he did now.
discussions.
Yeah, dude, we out here doing cool shit.
I mean, nothing's more Pope-like than what he did this week.
He does cool shit too.
An Italian news outlet citing private sources allege that Cardinal Pizzaballa, who is one of the prospective popes, refers to homosexual this is the part they forget to mention here. Homosexual pedophilia rings within the church. He referred to them as faggot rings.
Oh,
With the
That
full
sounds like a
quote,
candy.
With the full quote
Does.
saying there are faggot rings. We've gotten rid of at least one.
he did good.
But he's referring to pedophiles.
What if
so,
he was
like,
just
that's
holding up
okay,
rings?
right?
What if he
Yeah,
was
but he'll
holding
never-
up like gemmed rings? And he's like, look at all these faggot rings.
It's literally the smoker section. It's like,
Cigarettes and meatballs.
I hate him.
Wait, so he's a part of it, or he's trying to?
Yeah, well, if he's trying to get rid of it.
he's trying to like eradicate all of them.
Yes. It's okay if he's calling pedophiles.
Yeah, but they're
that.
never going to use the pedophile part. They're just going to go for the... I
Exactly.
can't
That's
say
why.
that.
That's why I changed this AP post or AF post. This they
They left out a key
they
part.
leave out some content.
And I'm surprised they didn't go person attracted to... what do they label them as? They're not pedophiles anymore.
a map.
Child attracted,
No,
minor attracted.
It's minor
attracted adult.
person. It's a map.
Yeah, not even a pedophile anymore.
Well, just like yeah, I mean, like no.
Are they part of the
crime.
HGTV community? Did they add that?
They
Who?
did. The Pope did say that they were allies originally.
Who with the LG?
Yeah,
What?
that they
No,
support.
no.
TV community?
Was the minor attracted adults
Oh.
added to that?
I don't think so. I think they distanced themselves from that.
I'm pretty well. So
Is that where they draw the line?
I would draw the line further back, but yes.
Is that where they do? Like, it's like when you like, where do you draw the line on what meats you eat? And it goes from like rabbits to horses.
See, well, that's the thing.
Matt's
that-
voting for this guy 100%.
You said what meats they eat. That was the beef that they were having on Netflix when they put the Jeffrey Dahmer series out with the dude from
what's not to
American
like about
Horror
this guy?
Story that plays it, and the show was labeled as like the LG or L whatever fucking acronym
Yep.
it is, dude.
All of
The
it.
LG TV community, dude, and they got real
The la la la
upset.
la la bamba.
Yeah, they
Them.
got real mad. They're like, you're associating a cannibal with like the entire gay community, and they did not like that at all.
But he was gay.
And a cannibal.
Apparently, the gays tasted better.
Yeah, but they couldn't look past the. They didn't focus on the gay aspect of Jeffrey Dahmer. They focused on the
A
cannibal.
lot of your
part.
serial killers are actually gay.
He went from
a lot
smoking
of gay
pipe to
serial
eating
killers.
pipe. You know what I'm
John
saying?
Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy, yeah.
He was
Gacy.
into
See,
kids.
Gay,
Gacy.
Gacy. See,
Fucking.
But he was into kids.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, boys, dude.
Yeah.
He was gay though.
The worst type
he
of
was
gay.
Into,
What?
He
But like,
was into males.
Would you
He was
look at
gay.
him differently
Some
if he
were
was
18.
into little girls
So was he a
versus
pedophile?
little
Some were
boys?
also
Yeah, but
gay.
some
Is there a
were-
difference?
Some of them he was a pedophile,
He's still
That's my
gay.
point.
And then they hit a
He's still
certain-
into boys
and then they
only.
turned to a certain
But-
age where they were adults, and then he was gay.
What are you saying?
I'm saying, would you look at John Wayne Gacy
So you were
differently
saying he went
than
from
if he
being a
was
faggot
if he
to
was
gay.
into little girls than little boys?
According to this Pope.
To quote into the
No,
Pope, yes.
I wouldn't look at him differently.
So, what does it matter?
what does what matter? Him being
Because I
gay?
said he was into kids, and you both were like little boys. Like, what is the difference?
Oh,
because that was our supporting statement for saying
No,
that
no,
Johnny
'cause you
Gacy
were
was
saying 'cause
gay.
he was gay.
Yeah, which he was.
I mean, it doesn't make. I wouldn't have made it any better or any worse.
That's
Yeah,
the
dude.
point I'm making.
I was using
Yeah,
him
I
as an
mean,
example.
Of like, it's semantics at this point.
Yeah, no. If Johnny Gacy was straight, he still did terrible things. I don't care what he was into, dude. But what he was into was very much so.
You know,
You'd have a better chance of getting into heaven.
Who
I'll
does?
let
Johnny
Matt-
Gacy?
to segment off of this for later, there's a suspected serial killer in the Northeast.
There is.
Nah,
I haven't
dude.
looked into it that much, so I can't really talk about it much.
I just know it was a bunch
We
of
can
states.
talk about it. We talk about a lot of shit we don't know much
Yeah,
about.
dude.
That's 90% of what we talk
Yeah,
about.
you buckle
Yeah, but
up
I
the
at least
lawyer
have a
up,
basic
dude.
understanding of
We'll
most
get the
things that we
title
talk
and we'll go
about.
from there.
Yeah, I like clickbait. It's fun.
I just know there's been like a series of women left on the side of highways from now Pennsylvania all the way up into like Massachusetts and Maine. No.
What are you saying?
There's a suspected serial
He's
killer.
saying he's been busy.
Well, there was a lady set on fire in Hazleton on the side of the road.
Oh,
She was a witch.
And then there was a lady they just found over here
over
near
here?
us.
Near us?
Yep.
Gotta be a truck driver.
That's the suspicion.
I know. I'm a detective.
Sounds like the Salem witch trials is getting back up in fucking full
But
force.
New
dude.
Jersey, New York, I know Massachusetts, and I think Connecticut are all confirmed states of
I
finding
think
women
there's
on the side of the
multiple-
road.
I think there's like multiple like.
So they think he's like working his way
They have
down.
like a hunch of like multiple serial killers being.
Well, there's like always.
Or just a bunch of dudes in different areas that are doing
Disguised
crazy
as dudes
shit.
playing the role of another dude.
Yeah.
See, this is the one in the New England states, but they think that the Pennsylvania was.
12th. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
When's this Netflix series come out?
we got a couple years.
No, we got.
How long did it take for Gabby Petito to come out?
Two.
So-
like 3 or 4.
Yeah, but they knew it.
We covered Gabby Petito on this podcast.
Well, they got to get Dog the Bounty Hunter on him, and then
I was really upset he wasn't a
You
part of
were
that
so
documentary
mad about
at
that, dude.
all.
why was I mad about it?
I feel like you were. Someone was mad.
I think it
about
was mainly
Dog the
Matt.
I think Matt.
Matt was fucking pissed.
It was one of you, dude. One of you were very upset
'Cause it didn't
that
make
Dog
sense.
The bounty hunter was being involved whatsoever.
He's the only
like, in
bounty
the-
hunter you know by name. Why wouldn't he be on it?
He
So-
didn't. His show was scripted, dude. He didn't. He.
So
No.
my only issue with that Gabby Petito
No.
documentary was the fact that they didn't mention once that Dog the Bounty Hunter was all over the news,
He was
trying
all-
to be a part of it.
He was all over the case.
Nah, did they mention him?
Not in the documentary
yes,
at all.
they did. They did mention him one time. When they were doing like the field searches, they did show Dog the Bounty
I think
Hunter.
they did.
They showed him,
They
but they
did.
didn't mention that he was there.
He doesn't deserve that much credit, and the people that produced the documentary understood that.
I feel like it's
a
a key part of the story.
It's not. That'd be like if Chris Angel was like, "Let me levitate above the forest and see," and then just a plexiglass fucking platform just raises up on fucking fine.
That would be the
Fine
start
steel
of my
cables.
documentary.
Yeah, dude. And then Dot would be like,
They know how good Tiger King did. Why wouldn't you add a little bit of zazz?
Yeah, a little bit of
that.
fucking Zod to it.
Every good documentary needs a mullet. And I will die on that fucking hill.
You know what, dude? I agree with this. I agree.
He does have a valid point. It's either a part of the
Everyone.
killing or it's a part of the solving.
That's a trailer park I'm willing to die in.
Yeah, dude. That a mullet does make a dude. A mullet is make or break when it comes to documentaries.
Makes a good case. It makes a good case.
It does make a good case, dude. It really does.
Because that's when you know shit's serious. If that guy gives a fuck that much and a mullet shows up,
No face, all mullet, dude.
When you
That's-
see a broken down F-150 in the parking lot and a guy's stumbling across, his legs don't work like they used to, and that mullet's flowing in the wind, you know
Dude.
something's going down.
you know a guy's going to spend his whole day doing that when he can't get back home.
I can, dude. I can.
There's a chance he's gonna need a ride.
That might be a chance that the crime scene might be his home.
I can smell the Coors Light.
Might be
half a
possible
mile
he
away.
did the crime.
You think there's ever been a body buried under a trailer?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Are you serious?
They're probably one a day.
They're probably a trailer buried under a body.
I just mean because like
Yeah, dude.
it's not
most
like
crime-
a foundation.
Most crime
makes it
happens
It's
in
just
poor
open
areas.
under there.
It's easier. It's more
Yeah.
convenient.
All right, boys. I think I found a
That and
decent article that kind of
people who have trailers are seen under them more than people who don't.
I've never
Yeah.
seen you underneath of a trailer.
Well,
I have.
well,
it
it's
ain't
'cause
good.
they usually have that like picket fencing. Like,
It's not
like
picket
on the
fencing.
side.
It's called skirting. Jesus
Skirting.
Christ!
That might be the whitest trash thing you could ever do.
I mean, they
You
just have
picket fence your house.
right next to your
picket
trailer.
fencing, going along and covering where the groundhogs fucking
It's not
dig
to keep the
underneath.
groundhogs out. It's
Yeah.
to keep the kids in.
Keep the groundhogs in. Those are our pets.
Yeah, dude, the picket fencing, dude. You know what I mean?
It's fucking skirting. It's called
That's-
trailer skirts.
Fence.
Dog, you act like I'm fucking well diverse, and I don't have
Watch
this.
what
Well,
you
you
say
fucked up
here.
because you said
Don't fucking offend me. Don't be a
Dude.
bigot. Watch what you say here.
I said,
I spent
dude,
probably a third
Many
or
of
a
you-
quarter of my life in a trailer.
And look how he turned out. Is that what you want for your kids?
you don't,
I
have, you don't have
just-
to be well
I
read
just-
in that, but the word is picket fence.
Yes.
I didn't know, dude. It's just those cross fucking
lattice.
thin slats of wood. They're usually painted like
Lattice.
a sky blue or
write
like
us a
an
note.
olive
What did you
green
bring?
or
Is
cream.
that a ransom note? What are you?
I
What is
don't
happening?
wanna-
Kill
I
you
don't
all.
want to hijack. I don't want to hijack.
She's
the
like,
topic
speaking of
right
burying
now.
a body under
Did
a
I activate
trailer,
your trap card, dude?
No, I-
He's like, you're going straight to the shadow
That
realm.
reminds me of two things actually. I got my cards the graded cards back. We'll have to cover that next week.
Whoa, wait, what?
He's
I mean,
ahead of
we-
you.
We still have
That's
time.
that's a different
You
topic.
graded
We still have
cards?
time during this
Yeah, yeah.
podcast
I
that has
didn't know
just
this.
started.
I'm so
I
pumped.
forgot I had this in my pocket.
Is that pot
You
of
just
greed?
used to carrying cardboard or whatever
no.
in your
This
This is
pocket.
my new
It's
wallet.
not just
Can't get wet,
saved
but
up,
it's cheap.
saved up and got the nice with a priority mail postage.
Did you get a postcard from someone? Is this
that's
fan
actually,
mail?
That's actually a good guess. There is a postcard in here.
Wait, is this fan mail?
It's not
dude?
fan mail. This
Fuck.
If somebody sent us that, I would not open that. I'm like, anthrax, 100%.
Dude, that's just a sheet of asbestos, dude. You're gonna fucking.
Do we want to finish this serial killer talk? before
We
get-
can if you want to.
We
If you
can
have
talk
actual
about-
information on it.
Oh, man.
I'm
No,
down to talk
I don't
about
have any.
udon
I
noodles
found
if
this
you want.
article we were
Kind
going
of
to
looks like a package that have like toenails and shit in it.
It could.
No, it.
He's like,
doesn't.
I've been saving them for a
It would have
year.
a bag in it. It would be a little thicker. I
We're going
think.
to go to this because
But-
I
Speaking of statesmen, I found out recently there's a place in Virginia called Goochland. So in case you guys want to take a road trip,
I'm down. to go
I've learned
Goochland.
recently that sounds like a place we should go.
I mean, Matt's pretty artsy. That could be toenails. You could press them like you used to do flowers.
He made a
Yeah,
bookmark.
dude,
He's like,
It's a footmark.
I'll let you guys see a little bit of it here.
I wanted you to have a piece of me.
I can't see shit from here. Dude.
That's like
Is
you
that
show
a
me that.
key?
That's like you show me that picture.
It's a
earlier.
fucking
It is
skeleton
gold.
key.
So,
Is that for
gold.
Beetlejuice? Can
no,
we
this
meet him?
recently I've been saying, not really saying. I've been having a habit of if I see something that's real cheap, I'm just buying it for the people that it reminds me of.
Is that a graded coin?
Was I with you for this?
No, you weren't. Nobody was with me. This is a this is from eBay. Both of these purchases are from eBay.
I love eBay.
I saw both of these and
It's a Yu-Gi-Oh! God
I put
card.
bids in on them, not thinking he's in. And then I get notifications that I win both of them. So one of them was $5. I think the other was like $7.
How much was the shipping?
It was like $1.50.
Okay,
for
then
both.
that's worth
That's
it.
good, dude.
I was
all
gonna
you
say
gotta
you didn't get fucked on the shipping.
most-
I made
eBay
these
shipments are $10 at
$15. So we're gonna start with this first one.
Can I still-
Yes.
mean,
You
it's
ask
a
me
little-
every
it-
week.
It's
These
a
are
little
both.
late, by the
These
way,
are
yeah,
both for
but-
Carl. I have things in
shit.
the works for you two right now. So this one, Carl, is Choice Bohesium. No, it's Bo.
He doesn't even know what it is, and he's
Is that a
bought it.
periodic element?
Bohemian.
What
Something
is
you
that?
don't know. What
It's pure uranium.
The
Just
reason
hands
I
it to
bought
you.
it. The reason I bought it is this is a postcard from the early 1900s from Weichel and Smith Spice Co. in Philadelphia, and there's a ginger jar on the front of it. So I am the ginger jar, and you are the Weichel and Smith postage.
Dude,
Co.
that's
Who the fuck
sick.
is Smith?
It's pretty cool though.
Is it of relation?
I have no idea. I have no
It
idea.
You should know your family a little better, dude.
I mean, this is
I'm
way
kidding.
back. It probably is. But they were a
dope.
Philadelphia-based spice company that existed in the 1880s. They were known for spelling spices,
Such as K2.
mustard, allspice, cloves, cinnamon, pepper, cayenne pepper, nutmegs, mace, and ginger.
And psilocybin.
And their choice Bohemian, which is what that postcard's for, is
Cinnamon.
yes, they have a couple of
You like spicy shit.
different postage
but-
cards and stuff.
Spice and spicy are two different things.
Yeah,
This
but
is where the celery conversation.
No,
came
there
in.
are spicy spices, dude. You can fuck off right
Well,
now
yeah.
with that.
Anything that
cinnamon's not
has
spicy.
capsaicin in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I get-
this box is really cool.
Why didn't you buy me that? No kidding.
Only $44.
That is really cool.
That's
The
pretty
early
sick, dude.
1870s.
So I am from Philly.
Maybe.
Well, a lot of
Not you.
so
A lot of immigrants worked in Philly.
a lot of German. That's
The
a
hell you
German
call
last
me?
name.
Fucking immigrant.
A lot of Germans came
Immigrant.
over after the 30-year war, which was like a religious persecution, which is when my family came over, like the 1720s.
It's right around my mind.
Which I know that's around.
Mi-
So
Mine did. My family ain't a bunch of
they
quitters. We
most
waited till
likely
the end.
They most likely came over around the same time, and a lot of them settled in Germantown, right outside of Philly. So yeah, Philadelphia is
sense.
a common area. Germantown's also a pretty common area.
I'm literally third generation born here.
And then they moved
Yeah,
over.
you're
like
pretty- you're
my
pretty
family
new.
waited a while.
pretty
dude.
new.
New.
But there's some other cool.
That's really cool, dude. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. There's the next one's way cooler.
I thought that was
That one was a little bit more expensive, surprisingly. What I have here, let me see if let me pull this
And another fucking sleeve, dude.
Is that the
He pulls it
packaging
out of
came
his
in?
shoe.
It's a blue eyes
the
white
packaging it came
dragon,
in?
dude.
Oh, that's the packaging that came in. What I have here, Carl, is a 1970s Sheriff Weichel Gold Star Deputy badge. Actually, it's from 1968. It's marked on the back. And that is from Thomas Weichel, who is a sheriff deputy in Ohio that is a crooked sheriff. He got arrested a couple times. He spent some years in
How
jail.
can you arrest the sheriff?
You
Well-
get another sheriff.
There's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah, dude. There's a new sheriff around these parts, baby.
I didn't get a chance to look too much of it up. That stuff just came in this
Oh,
weekend.
Wait till I tell the coworkers that Tommy works with that he was a crooked cop. That's
Yeah.
cool. Do you know people I'm gonna pull over on the way home?
All of them, I hope.
You thought he was crooked?
Lights, though,
Carl's
dude.
gonna fill his pockets with change, so as he walks up, it.
There's the new old, but also new sheriff in town.
Yeah, so basically what I did is I went to eBay and
Just looked up my last
looked
name.
up each of our last names. Yeah, I've done that for myself before to see.
That's how you got your Fouch truck and stuff like that.
Yes, actually it is. So I did it for y'all,
1968.
but I'm waiting to see what
I feel like my family didn't create too much.
what comes out of it.
There's a lot.
We were a lot of
shit.
doers, not a lot of makers.
We were a working breed.
Yeah. Oh, a lot more doers than makers, for sure.
Nah, I've seen a lot of shit with your last name.
Dumpsters, a cemetery, a lot of doing, not a lot of making.
Well, yeah, I mean,
An
yeah,
auto body,
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
a garage.
Yeah, you didn't design.
It's just a lot
like-
of doing, not a lot of making.
Yeah, you're not. You're fixing and
The
not
cemetery,
fabricating.
I'll put this out in the air. I am planning to steal that sign at some point in my life.
I would not do that.
Sounds like bad karma.
Bad karma to steal the Dodder cemetery sign off
Yeah.
and put it at my house.
Yeah.
You're not robbing a
There's-
fucking gravesite, dude. You're just taking the sign.
There's an article here about Thomas Weichel, from November
That him?
19th, 1978.
I think stealing a stop sign is more bad.
I'd like to see a
karma,
photo of
dude.
him then to see if he resembles.
Anybody?
My
know?
name's on a road too. I want to steal that sign too.
Yeah, I know where it's at.
Me too.
Your club.
Unreal, dude.
It's easy to take.
Yeah, so the most serious charges to date say that has been brought here against Sheriff Thomas E. Weichel, 56 years old, one of the most politically powerful people in Richland County, Ohio. He was first elected sheriff in 1964 and has been reelected by comfortable margin in 3 subsequent contests.
What a
Sheriff
guy.
Weichel and 11 current and former deputies were indicted on a total count of 45 accounts of theft in office, assault, and civil rights violations.
Sounds like your family. Sounds like your family.
Oh man!
You better shut the hell. I mean, you got a right to shut the hell up.
You better shut up and sit down.
Anything
Stand
you
up when you're
say,
sitting down.
anything you say will be used as a reason to beat the fuck out of you.
That would have been a great cop. He would have been a great cop in the 60s. As you just start beating the shit out of anybody you pull
You know
over.
why I pulled you over, boy? No, I was trying. Don't.
Don't talk back to
I
me!
don't know either, but you better get the hell out.
I felt like fighting.
As soon as they answer, you're like, no, officer, you're like, step out if you're going to talk to me like that. Just jack them up against the
I
car.
didn't ask for attitude. Go on, get out.
Stand up if you're gonna sit down, and then beat him up.
Just start taking your belt off as soon as they get out.
Included were allegations. Taking it off as I'm walking up.
Whoosh, go on, get out!
Included were allegations that expense accounts were falsified and county money was used for personal expenses. A special grand jury was convened to weigh evidence presented by a special prosecutor, Joseph Murray, who is a lawyer from adjacent Ashland County. They also reportedly heard testimony concerning the deaths of 2 prisoners of the county jail, which had been ruled suicide by the Richland County coroner.
So,
Richmond-
if you're in charge of the county as a sheriff, aren't they entitled to pay for your shit?
You're keeping them
I mean,
safe.
they're paying for your shit one way or another. so
Exactly.
What's it to take a little more off the top?
Yeah, exactly. And those 2 guys that wanted to talk about it just happened to commit suicide.
Yeah, but 45 counts of taking stuff off the top, man, it's a lot.
What if it was $45 just
What if
every
it's
time he took
over-
a dollar?
What if
You
it's
think
over
that
8 years?
You
Also-
think these boys are skimping a buck?
What if he just wanted a fucking pack of Wrigley's?
What if it was
Also-
just lunch for 45 fucking
If there's
times?
anything I've learned from people nowadays is when you know too much information, it causes you to want to kill yourself. I mean, like, look at all the Jeffrey Epstein people.
Yeah, they're all just
Bill
dropping
Clinton-
like flies.
The Clinton people that as soon as you know
What's
too
up
much,
with
you
that
just go,
list?
you know what, I want to die.
Where is that list? And who
Are we
has
worried
it?
about it?
It's happening
Does it change anything?
somewhere, maybe.
Doesn't change anything.
Does it change anything if we get the list?
Only if people get
In theory, it could.
I
and
doubt it.
could
There's a
explain
lot of
why.
there's a lot of rich and powerful people in there, and nothing is gonna happen.
Yeah, but for the people that squeal, they're gonna rat out other rings along the lines of what
Well,
what
that
was
lady that
happening
squealed
later.
just killed herself.
Yeah,
So the coroner
allegedly.
the coroner that ruled these suicides, Raymond J. Zabet, is 49 and also under investigation by the FBI over inaccuracies among some 640,000 pap smear tests for Air Force women conducted by Automated Medical Services of Ohio, a laboratory that he owns. An investigation found that many of the tests were not performed by qualified personnel, and then in some cases, pap smear, urine, and blood tests were falsified or altered. Yeah, honey, I didn't go to school for this, but I know my way around a pussy.
This
Hey,
is
put your fingers in there, your feet in the stirrups.
I didn't even know that they were called that.
Isn't
He's
it
like,
their-
pull your feet right here. Let me
put
do
your feet
some.
in the holders.
Yeah, and then
in the holsters.
he had fun. They left, and then he just pissed in the cups, dude.
So-
Like, he gave his own blood. He's like, ah.
You want me to wait? I need piss in the cup. You mean
If
to tell me
somebody-
I gotta make her squirt?
If somebody said you got to go to Ohio for a pap smear, would you not just say,
I'm guilty.
"Can I go anywhere else?"
I feel like any person that needs a pap smear in Ohio goes to any other state.
Yeah, they're like,
Sounds like
they're
a
like,
country song, dude.
Yeah,
Went to
pap smear in Ohio?
for a pap smear. Yeah,
Pap smear. Oh man.
Ohio's
Went to
for pap
Ohio
smears.
for-
Ohio is for pap smears.
Dude.
Pap smear sounds like a
Drinking
like a
beer.
weird country folk band.
Get a smear.
cut my clit and spread my legs.
I don't know how I feel about that. Sounds a little violent. Ladies, if you are listening,
Don't get a pap smear in Ohio.
yeah, dude. Well, no, go to Ohio for one, dude. Just not with this guy. But this was from the 60s, didn't you say?
He's got to be out by now.
The article goes on to say that it
Probably
was
dead.
triggered.
Probably dead, dude.
Yeah, he's definitely. He was 56 in the 60s.
You tell me he couldn't have lived another 60 years?
Well, if you know my family, they don't live that long.
This guy's different.
so
Have you ever
this-
heard of being built different?
I think we're built the same, probably. You bring him a picture, we probably have the same build.
This
That would be
investigation.
fucking hysterical.
Dude, look him up.
We will. The investigation was spurred on by a series of articles published in the Mansfield News Journal under a byline who was hired. This guy was hired by the editor of the paper to do just this, I guess. The town lived in absolute fear of Weichel and his deputies, Mr. Yant said in a recent interview. He said that the sources for his articles were persons who had been arrested by the sheriff or his deputies or who were in detention in the county jail, as well as some 13 former deputies who unsuccessfully tried to organize the department of 75 uniformed officers. In response, David Kim Murray, the 33-year-old attorney defending Weichel, and 5 of the indicted deputies said the sheriff believes those who were his sources had an axe to grind, who literally hated the sheriff, and he feels like the guy was hired to come after him as a hatchet man. And that's all this article says about it.
Hold on, Matt. I'm sending something. Should pop up in a second.
Rocket Man.
Maybe. It says waiting. Maybe it's never coming.
Didn't you turn Bluetooth
I found a
off or
picture of him, and
whatever?
I'm trying to send it.
I also know that he was
just
then
Google it.
indicted later. So when he went to trial for these initial indictments,
There.
he bugged the courtroom and then got caught for bugging the courtroom and had to go to trial again a year later.
There he is.
He actually
That is him.
He actually kind of looks like my grandfather.
Looks a little bit like Herbert Hoover. Or Eisenhower.
I'm related,
Looks like
I'm related,
it goes,
I'm related to Eisenhower. Not,
Yeah, so
not
the-
fucking around.
This is the
What?
I'm related to Eisenhower.
Eisenhower who?
Ford.
The fucking
President.
president.
Nissan?
Put him down.
Fucking Nissan Eisenhower, dude. They sell Altimas and shit.
No.
And Rogues.
I'd go for a Rogue.
That is pretty sick, dude. How do you know this?
Huh?
How do you know this?
It's like you just go down your family lineage.
I mean, did you do like a 23andMe?
Oh, about the president?
or,
Why would he
like,
do a
ancestry?
23andMe and be like, am I related to a president?
it will tell you if you're
It
related.
would
to
tell
Well,
you
if
if
it's
you're
if
related,
other
'cause you're
people
not
further
being-
back the
My,
line have done it.
My great uncle's
I wasn't being smart about it.
my
I
great
was-
uncle's wife was one of those. I don't know what they call them, but they're the ones that like they did that for a living. Like went down like they could look up everybody's history.
Oh,
What, they work
shit.
for like a public.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Here's some more
That was pretty
information.
sick.
This is, I guess, this is alleged information. We'd have to look up the
Yeah, who
actual docket.
Alleged's basically true at this
So
point.
this is an article from August 6, 1979. 19 months ago, Ohio-born Yant, who was the guy that wrote the newspapers that started the investigation on Weichel, became editor-in-chief of the now-defunct Chicago Daily News and became editor of the Mansfield News Journal. And since he became the editor there, he has been the target of telephone threats, a mysterious fire, a 5-pound rock through his living room window, and a $45 million libel
That's a pretty
suit.
big rock.
That's a
Yeah,
that's a boulder.
Big rock. He's lost his job and his life savings. His wife and 4 children have left him.
Well, whose fault's that? That last part's not on anybody else but himself.
I
Right.
can't believe they waved the rock.
Anyway,
Who gives a fuck what the rock
it was probably.
weighs, dude?
What year is this?
It was thrown through your fucking window,
Because
dude.
Dwayne Johnson was probably a baby at this point.
That's a
It could have been him.
19
He was probably about 5 pounds.
Yeah, dude, they threw Dwayne the Rock Johnson through the. He was already established as the Rock as an infant. He had broad shoulders and big traps, dude, straight out the womb. He gave birth to himself.
I can't believe he
dude.
tried to
He
bug the court.
No, he was chipped off of a boulder. Everybody knows that.
Oh,
He's
my
a chip
bad.
off the old rock.
went in Hawaii, dude, chipped off the old rock in the middle of the ocean.
Great, Matt. You gave me a fucking sheriff badge, and I won it proudly. But this guy's a piece of shit.
That's the best part about it. It's such a cool little thing, but it's from an
Is it
absolute dirtbag.
is it an actual sheriff's badge of his?
I don't.
No,
No,
this is
it's
like
a
a tick.
political. It's for this is for like
Oh,
Like when he was going around, to be elected
Yeah, it was
for
like
sheriff.
tell your friends.
That's like the little badge he would have handed out to people was like a "Hey, vote for me" deal.
Oh, you're gonna die.
It's from 1968 though.
Yeah, here, look. This will be my pitch. Let me get this real quick.
You better be respectful.
fucking.
I am
She's just
gonna
gonna be like
respectful,
Doofy over
dude.
here.
I'm just saying.
Dude.
If I were to hand these out, representing
You would throw him like
myself,
fucking
Sarah,
like
yeah, he'd put them in
ninja
kids'
stars.
eyes,
I would fucking. I just walk up like, hey, would
staple
you
them to
agree?
people's chest.
Would you, would you agree that this town used to look a lot nicer around here? And they're like, yeah, but here you go, take a gold
He'd
star.
put these up and with his fucking deck stapler, just fucking right
Yo.
into their chest.
Yo, did you see the video I sent y'all in the group chat, dude? On
Which one?
On Messenger.
Was it today?
Yeah, it was like very recent, within like the hour.
Well, my bar's and I'm hanging this up on the wall. But this guy is a fucking piece of shit.
He was Weigel was
Guy's an
charged with
animal.
theft in office for stealing groceries from the county jail, taking Florida vacation trips with county funds, and removing a riding lawnmower and color TV from jail's unclaimed property room. So
It's really not that bad.
He repoed somebody's riding mower and color TV and was like, you know what? I look real good in front of my trailer and in my trailer.
It's actually not that bad of theft.
No, that's not terrible. I mean,
No.
but you're also in the 60s. A riding mower in the 60s, probably pretty fucking pricey.
Yeah, but he's the one putting his life on the line.
True.
Yeah, dude. It was probably a raggedy lawnmower.
Yeah, but he's only got a little 6 foot by 20 foot strip of grass in front of his trailer. Wasn't he the riding
Doesn't
mower?
matter. You got to keep up with the Joneses.
He probably does the whole fucking trailer park, and that's very courteous and kind of him.
He was also indicted for simple assault on inmate Tom Davis, a repeat charge. And he also
Oh, dude,
faces.
he didn't listen.
He probably didn't know the name of
You got your ass kicked once. You probably wouldn't do what you did to get your ass kicked the first time.
Some people like the pain.
He also probably didn't know
I
the
am
name
the
of
pain.
ours, dude. Poor guy.
There he
I like
is.
that guy up front. I trust that guy up front.
I'm not.
That's
kidding.
That's a
woman.
lady.
Yeah, her too.
That is a
You sure
woman
it's a lady?
with a solid jaw. Yeah, 100%.
Sure, it's a lady. That's a very strong jaw.
That's the Crimson Chin's wife.
Yeah, that's
Is
a
that
lady.
him right there?
Where's the tits? Show me the tits.
They're right
That
there.
ain't a lady.
No, that's
The
Walter
tits are in the
Davis.
details.
Dude, that is not
That's a nice
man.
hat, though. If you could get me one of them fucking hats, Matt,
Mount
we'd be
Me hat?
talking. Yeah, but that was like a bowler cap
That
with a
can't be him.
brim.
That was.
Yeah, dude, that was Geo, dude, with a fucking sheriff hat on. What are you saying to me right now?
She looked like she chewed Red Man.
Since she was born with a chin like that.
That was Graveler.
You packed that
dude.
thing up
Fucking-
front.
that was fucking. That was the thing from Fantastic Four with a fucking deputy cap on, dude.
Dude, they
What
have
are
to
you
have pictures
saying?
of him. Like, you know what I mean? Like when he was.
Well, that's
sheriff.
definitely not
I'd
him.
have to. So there's a website that you can look through old newspapers, but you got to know the newspaper name and the date so that you can find
God.
them. So I'm gonna do that and get
the Ohio.
get more
Look up
information
the
about
only
this.
Ohio newspaper.
The Ohio E. You know what I mean, dude?
The Ohio paper.
Yeah, so that
The Ohio paper sounds like a Netflix.
The
doc.
Ohio Gazette. The Daily Ohioian.
words from Ohio.
The Ohio Journal.
Ohio is for newspapers.
Nothing happens in Ohio, but here's the news.
The Ohio Times.
Every day it just says nothing.
It's just weather.
Just pages of nothing.
It's just
So-
weather and obituaries, dude. There's not much that's going on. in
Another
certain
person dead.
parts.
Another person mysteriously killed themselves for knowing too much information about the sheriff that we all hate.
And it's just a bunch
you're
of
done.
spelling errors. Snewist-nide.
Mr. Weichel was given 10 days in jail for bugging the court, and he told the judge, I apologize to the court. I meant no disrespect. It will not happen again.
10 days, that's a long sentence.
It was a repeat offense, dude. He was beating on these dudes.
Yeah, so he had a deputy wear a transmitting
Major
device.
Major Raymond Eugene Hart. If that's a deputy.
Raymond Eugene Hart. You have my boy fucking.
Fucking Ray Jeans.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking Ray. You gonna put away Ray Jeans?
Yeah, you can't put away fucking Gene
It's
Murray.
my only good pair of
AKA
jeans.
Dude, Ray Jeans.
Free my
yeah,
man Ray Jeans.
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Ray Jeans, dude.
I just picture a fat deputy
AKA Gene
So-
Murray.
in a place not too far from here, Minersville. They are currently selling a 1971 Chrysler police car
What are you gonna do about it?
with 40,000 miles on it
I can bring my
for
heritage back.
$7,000.
Do it.
I
And
could
it's
bring
got it's got the lights and everything
I could
on
bring
it.
my heritage back. I could go re-offend and beat somebody up over and over and over and over again.
It is one of the only things I wish I was allowed to purchase at this time.
No, dude.
And
it-
then when I get in trouble, I'll be like, "That's my history." You know what I mean?
With the
right.
police car?
Yeah. I wear my badge.
Yeah, and he'll be like, dude, he'll be like, sir, I was in Ohio. And also,
I'll dress exactly like that. And every time I get pulled over, like, "Are you from the future?"
You're getting arrested.
Yeah, wait a minute.
you got a vehicle.
Time driving's illegal in my my district.
In my county.
And they'll be like, sir, that is an advertisement badge and not a badge of the law. Like, listen, I am
The price has
law.
dropped. It is $5,000.
For a badge?
That is sweet. You gonna buy it?
Yeah, you'll get in so
My name
much
ain't
trouble.
Buford T. Justice.
That would be the perfect walker.
You can't drive it, though, with the lights on. And
Fucking watch me.
Why
the lights
can't-
just have to be
Yeah,
disconnected.
why can't
No,
you?
I don't think
The
you
lights
can do
just
it.
have to be
Do you
disconnected.
think people are gonna fucking confuse that for a fucking cop car?
100%.
In Minersville, maybe.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Are you
That's-
serious?
That's probably a
Yeah.
decommissioned as of last
What are
week.
you saying to me? Yeah. What?
So
If that car came up behind you and tried to pull you over, you would pull over.
Dude,
you
I
deserve to get
see-
murdered.
Bro, I see mail trucks that have the little blinking yellow fucking circular light on their roof, and I think it's some form of like,
I think that's a you problem.
So
nah, dude.
He does have a big head.
So the rule is for those cars, the lights just have to be disconnected. You can't
Nobody's
be
gonna
able to. You
believe
can't
a
be able to
70s
turn on.
car is an actual police
Certain
car.
police departments are not being funded the way they once were. So,
And you think they still have a 1971 Chrysler police car,
It's way cheaper to fucking
a
maintain it.
50-year-old car?
What about it?
They can cannot keep up with
The only
any
thing,
new car.
the only
They
thing that
save
car would
money-
be good for is to pit somebody because it's a full-framed car.
Yeah, they
that
also
thing weighs
save,
a ton.
They also save money on insurance because they can antique it, dude, and it can be way cheaper.
They can't drive at night then.
Yeah, well, they
And they
don't
can only
do-
put like 3,000 miles
That's
on a
what I hear.
year.
no crime.
That's a
really-
small county.
Yeah, no crime
With
happens
one
around
stoplight.
Like that.
That's like St. Lawrence.
Yeah, literally. But
Yeah.
the rule is, Juice, to buy those, the lights just have to be disconnected, which means the moment I drive off the property, I can plug them back in and do whatever the fuck I want. Am I committing a crime as impersonating a police officer? Yes.
Maybe.
Am I having a good time? Yes.
But
Am I playing fucking Eastbound and Down from Smokey and the Bandit the entire time in that cassette player?
sure.
Yeah.
Will I bail you out? Only if they let me record the entire process. I want to see what they all think about what you've done.
As they're dragging me in, I'm yelling, I'm a patsy.
Yeah, dude, I want to see them just beat you with those clubs.
You guys want to try these peelers?
Yeah,
break
dude,
'em
let
out.
me get a peach peeler. Peelers, if you're listening, and Lord knows that we, you
Lord
are.
knows that we know that you know that we are listening.
Exactly. We listening, you're listening.
Those smell nice.
I like a good peach. Peach is one of my
You can
favorite
say-
fruits.
They don't peel as easy as the other ones.
I'm taking
listen.
two so I can try one peeled and one normal.
That's smart.
That,
You can do that as well.
may I?
You can do that as well.
See, Juice, I didn't ask for permission. I just did it.
Yeah, but I don't,
I don't care.
There's a bunch in the
Would
back.
you like a normal one?
Yeah, but it's not my style, dog. You sure these can be peeled?
Yes,
They
I just
are-
peeled it.
They are tough to peel, but yes, they are very sticky.
Yeah. Dude, again, texture. Spot on. Juice is struggling. I peeled mine like no problem.
I'm just getting it unstuck. I'm gonna plop it out like a little.
Pop it out, Daddy.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this process.
Look, I already got this.
They're
one out.
good. I do think I like the mango better, though. But the peach is good. I want like a tangerine.
Ooh,
The peach is good.
ooh.
I want strawberry.
I love how randomly throughout the series of this podcast we have like tastings.
I got
Yeah.
Gushers today.
Oh yeah.
I love Gloucesters.
I did not bring them, but they were sour watermelon and something else.
These might be the best peelers so far.
You think so? You think they're better than the mango?
I really like.
We are
Oh
building.
yeah, dude.
We are building a collection.
I agree better than the,
mango
banana.
doesn't peel at all.
I agree better than the banana, but doesn't none of them peel as good as the banana.
Banana peel's
The
good.
banana peels beautifully. The mango
I think
does
the-
not peel well.
I think
at
the
all.
mango taste is better.
The
Matt's gonna taste test
The
them.
banana.
I'm going both at the same time. I'm gonna go mango peach.
Oh, you're making a smoothie.
I'm gonna make a smoothie in my mouth.
You want a banana?
A gamoothie.
We gotta start ordering them though, because these are the only 3 ones they have.
That's a shame.
They didn't have the peach last time I went. They just had the banana and the mango.
Oh, they had the
Maybe
peach.
they're slowly getting more. We're buying them out.
I personally think that flavor-wise, the peach is best.
I really like the mango, but I also like mango more than I like peach.
These ones.
So it's a little biased.
That I feel like mine is too, maybe, because I also fucking love peach. Dude,
I always pictured
When
you as
was
more of an
the last
eggplant kind of
time-
person.
when was the last time that y'all have...
Yesterday.
I would hope that that would be the answer to my question. When was the
Well, in
last
that case,
time
tomorrow.
that you have all had a glass of freshly squeezed orange juice?
Never.
Like no preservatives, nothing added.
I always
just
wanted the one from
straight
Casper.
up.
In March.
A
It's
few months ago,
so
I was somewhere that
fucking-
does it.
2 months ago.
I was at a place,
I always wanted the glass of orange
like a
juice from
smoothie
Casper.
place, and they did fresh squeezed orange juice.
The movie?
Yeah. When he's making breakfast.
I don't remember.
I don't know why that sticks with me, but that glass of orange juice
Look good.
Dude,
looks good.
it is the most refreshing thing in the world.
Can we look that up? And
Oranges and peaches.
they're making
dude.
breakfast. That fucking orange juice looks good.
They should make peach juice.
Such a good glass of orange
They should make
juice.
peach juice. They
Well,
do. It's
I
called
don't-
peach nectar.
First of all, I don't like your attitude.
Yeah, that was uncalled.
You asked me a
it was
question.
Uncalled. No, it was uncalled for.
You asked me a question. I
He's the
answered.
new sheriff in town.
Yeah, no, but it was uncalled for, as Matt said, because listen, I've never gone into a convenience store, or any store for that matter, and seen a bottle of peach juice.
It's not a bottle. That's why.
a jar, a
not a jar.
bottle, a can.
So if you go to Giant, because that is the only place I know of that carries all of it, and you go to the Goya section, which is in the Hispanic food aisles,
Goya, be kidding me.
there is guava, there is plum, there is peach, there is tangerine, and a few others that are called nectar. And it's just squeezed
Is
juice.
it those glass bottles
No.
with the white
think it's
label?
No,
cans.
it is like cardboard.
Oh, it's like a milk jug.
Oh, yeah,
like a milk,
yeah,
milk, not a
yeah,
milk jug, a
yeah.
milk.
It's like a cardboard thing, and it's
I've
called
seen those.
yeah, and they're called nectar. That
I've
is
seen
fresh
those.
squeezed. It's all it's in it.
It can't be though.
It's not. It wasn't squeezed that day.
No, it can't.
They're
be
sold with no preservatives.
It has to because
No, it doesn't.
The shelf life is just
Short.
with the
Hence why it's in
With the
cardboard.
bottling and the transportation of it. That's why like shit at like the farmers market, like all those fresh juices, they're stocked pretty fucking regularly because they're not pasteurized. There's like no.
Wait, if they're in front of me, they're
A
definitely
freshly
past my
squeezed-
eyes.
Fresh squeezed juices without like
Mhm.
preservatives don't last long.
I don't know. I don't. I don't know.
I don't know either. I feel pretty strong about my stance on it, but I don't know for sure. If you think I'm wrong, dude, give me your info. 484-8069-420. Do you understand what I said?
First time.
Play it.
Got it right away.
Well, it's because I can read the board this time, and I can see the 4. And
I don't know how you don't have that memorized by now.
I don't know,
I can't-
dude.
I
We
can't
are out
memorize
here.
I can't even memorize my wife's phone number.
You trying to find something to prove me wrong?
It went bad.
It went bad or we went through it.
Yeah, it went bad.
We usually keep one or two down here.
Nah, because they don't last long.
I know they
dog.
don't last long.
Neither
That's
do
what
I.
I'm telling you. But you said there's
You
no
want to
way
look up
it's
the
fresh
video of
squeezed.
them making orange juice on Casper so I can give these guys.
Yeah,
to
what
make
are you
Carl
even
happy?
saying to me? Can you even play that?
Why? Why can't you?
Copyright infringement?
We're not showing the
We
video.
don't have a video. We don't have a video to
Casper
show the
cooks
video.
breakfast. It's 3 minutes long.
Oh, you don't need. You just got to skip to the orange juice part.
I'll turn the sound down. There we go.
Yeah, but what about...
I already got it, man.
Well, you said about orange juice. I believe this is the best orange juice scene in cinema.
Now I'm trying to think of my favorite orange juice scene
Matilda?
in cinema. Matilda, yeah.
Come on, come on, come on.
Star Wars.
Where's the orange juice at?
Anakin shortly before.
Right there,
turning
he has the
into
orange
Vader
juice, so
had
it's a little bit
orange
before
juice.
that.
Yeah, dude, you guys are about to be thirsty.
We have devolved.
Oh no!
Oh no, he
too
just
soon,
picked it
too
up.
soon.
You got to go back a
Yeah,
bit.
dude, you gotta go back. I need to see the juicing and.
Not yet, not yet.
There's the.
There's the eggs. It's pretty fly. Pretty fly for
Should
a
be
dead
right
guy.
after
Real
this.
quick, do you know what they call those machines?
Yeah, egg press.
No. No,
Fucking
the
egg
machines.
catchers.
The machines that have a whimsical. They have a whimsical task.
Oh, those
but
are
it
the.
takes forever for them to
what is the
complete.
cartoon artist?
Wimmy Timmies.
I
You're-
know
you're
his.
along the right lines.
I know his
Yeah.
name, but oh my
Bugs,
god.
Nope.
No,
Bunny,
It's also a wrestler's name.
Oh my God.
Brett the Hitman Hart.
J.R. Token.
No.
No, it's
Nope.
Oh my god. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. He used to draw them in like the newspapers and
Yeah.
stuff, and then people would make them.
Yep.
Garfield.
Nope.
The guy with the hat and the dog.
I know enough about it. I just don't
First
remember his
name's
name.
Rube.
Yeah, Rube-
RHUBE.
Oh,
Ruben
Rube Goldberg.
stuttered.
Rube Goldberg. Yep.
Goldberg.
Yes. So
Fuck, I was-
those
They're-
machines are.
They do a simple task, but it's way
like a-
overcomplicated.
Yeah.
Now let's get back to the juice. Oh, come on, come on.
Oh, I use your fingers.
He's
It's a
dead.
sport.
Spatula. Oh, it's no, it's his arm as a spatula.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was this.
I don't
It was a
like that.
spork.
Oh, maybe this is maybe it's just the pouring of juice.
I thought he fresh squeezed.
I could have sworn he did. It might have been before this.
Yeah,
I could have swore he fresh squeezed it.
I
Right
did-
there, he grabs it
was-
off the table.
Yeah. There he is. There's the boy. This
Yeah.
is a masterpiece.
It is a
Yeah,
good
but you
movie.
can clearly tell it's not.
Now, is it
actually
the
Fresh
sec-
last
Squeezed
time you
orange
watched it?
juice.
A couple years ago, but isn't the second one when his cousins are there or brothers? Is it the first one?
This is the first one.
Yeah.
I thought it was the second.
Because
One.
they come in and wreck this whole scene.
Yeah, it's there the whole.
The big guy was always my favorite one. I didn't like the skinny guy that was a dickhead. I liked the big guy because he was funny.
Shaggy Too Slim. Maybe he doesn't
yeah,
squeeze
I
orange
guess
juice.
maybe he doesn't squeeze.
I
it.
could have sworn he did.
You know, he don't squeeze shit.
This is
dude.
one of them Mandela effect things.
He definitely squoze the orange juice.
Dude, if y'all haven't had a glass of freshly squeezed, really any type of juice, dude. Lemon juice.
Are you just saying that because your name's Juice?
Don't get me
dude,
wrong.
It's good.
That
I
juice
had it the
looks
other week, and
delicious.
it's like, wow.
That
this is
always made
fucking
me thirsty
phenomenal.
for orange juice.
I'm salivating
Look at that! Look
right
at that!
now.
That's a nice cup of juice.
He spills it all over the counter too.
That's a very nice cup.
He's a child who died young.
Yeah, he's just having fun.
Yeah, didn't he drown?
Casper?
Yeah,
Is that the story?
No, I thought it was
That
Jason
seems way
Voorhees.
fucking darker than I remember it.
Yeah,
He gets pneumonia at the age of 12.
Yeah, he didn't drown.
He technically
dude.
drowned.
Jason Voorhees drowned,
He
dude.
technically drowned.
In pneumonia? What, in
Yeah.
his own
Yeah, I
phlegm?
guess that is internal drowning.
Technically, that's what your
drowned.
lungs are filled with fluid. That's what
Fluid, yeah.
pneumonia is.
You're genuinely gonna tell me that
That's how you die from pneumonia.
Natural drowning.
He drowned.
You asphyxiate, which is
Bro.
drowning.
Anyone that's lost a loved one to pneumonia has never gone
They-
around saying my
My
loved
my,
one's
my mom
drowned."
should have learned to
They'll
swim.
be like, "What happened?" They'll be like, "Pneumonia." They're like,
They drowned?
"They drowned?" No.
How did Nick die?
Oh, he drowned.
He was poisoned. Who did it?
Tragically
Nick.
drowned. How did it happen? A kayak, a boat, fucking tubing?
Did you ever see the Nick
Pneumonia.
Swardson joke about alcohol poisoning being funny? Like dying from it and being like, who poisoned him? Nick.
See, Bruce.
Oh no.
I thought it. I mean, I could have sworn he squoze it, but I guess he didn't.
Had that on the beach mixed with sun poisoning before, dude. That was not fun.
What?
Orange juice?
Freshly squeezed orange juice?
No, alcohol poisoning and sun poisoning. Just,
Everything was poisoning.
dude, everything was poisoned.
My innards and my outers
Bro,
are poisoned.
Dude, I was fucked
Who
up.
poisoned you? Me.
I had passed out.
That's
by,
all
like-
self. That's all self-inflicted, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
One, you had too much.
Would that count as suicide?
Dude, that
If he died from
morning-
alcohol poisoning and boiled in the sun.
That morning, I remember filling up. we emptied out water bottles before we went to the beach. This was in the Outer Banks, just the boys' trip, dude. And we emptied out water bottles and filled. You know,
It was pretty gay.
it was fun.
Doesn't mean it's
So like we would put like liquor up to here, and then we would top off like soda with these. And,
sunscreen.
and we all
Get
kinda,
inside the body, it'll secrete out.
and we all kind of like forced each other to see how fast we could fucking get him slammed down. Like after we had gotten to the beach and got set up, dude, I was passed out, blacked out by like 1 p.m.
No shade.
Puking, burnt. I was just
You guys remember when we were at Drexel?
I couldn't
and we were
hold
doing
down
the
water.
beer bong, and I was pouring it up top for a friend of ours, and I remember I locked eye contact with Carl. I like poured a little bit, and Carl was like, "Run it up," and I was like, "Fuck it," and the next thing I'm just pouring the whole fucking thing,
There's a whole mixed drink.
disgusting, dude.
and it was soda, so it was like by the time it was a 2-story beer
flat
bong.
soda by that time too.
I think it was he opened it and we just kept
Just,
pouring it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Self-inflicted.
and then the first
poisoning.
bar we went to, he was falling over chairs.
That was our fault. And then you were just waiting in line at the ladies' bathroom.
He made it home safely.
And then
I
I
just-
just technically remember he beat
I-
me up.
Yeah.
I just remember being at the bar, and I
He
go up,
oh my god, we hit in the. He came through the wrong door.
yeah.
What were we saying to him?
J. Cole wasn't good at rapping.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we had the door barricaded.
Oh, dude, that's not a good statement to make,
Dude,
dude.
We
So-
kept referring all weekend
were in
to
a
J. Cole
house.
being a dumpster.
We were in a house that had like 4 levels, but it was like an old house, so you could hear everything from like the top up. So we were like we were all the way up on like the 4th floor,
Just yelling shit.
yelling down to James. So you're talking typical like drunk talking shit, like not really talking shit, but just fucking with each other.
Sure.
And we were yelling about that. And the room we were all in had one door to come in, but it had a bathroom that had a door to come into the bathroom
And the
from the
hallway.
hallway and from inside the room. So technically, you could go through the bathroom to get into the room and come through.
We
the
forgot
regular
about that
room
door.
We forgot about the bathroom door, and we were like, he was downstairs and he just yelled up, "Yo, say one more thing." And I'm coming up there and I'm kicking your ass. And I think I was the one that was like, J. Cole's trash. And all you hear is
Fucking
Running up the steps.
running up the steps. And we're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
We close the door, right? Close the door. I happen to be
standing
sleeping
against it.
I happen to be like laying next to the bathroom door. Doesn't even try that door.
doesn't.
He just barreled through.
And I'm the first victim.
Just
what in the
jumps on him.
face, the back, like
He
what
just
kind?
jumped.
Oh, he
Like,
didn't-
James
no.
he was a wrestler, so he
wrestler.
just started like
No, I
gripping
mean,
him
did
up
you
and
get hit
holding
with
him
the
tight.
door?
No,
The door was open.
it was already open.
Oh,
we didn't,
oh,
we didn't,
we forgot.
We didn't even think
Oh,
anything
I
of it.
thought
The
I thought
bathroom
you were-
light was off. So I just got wrestled by a man through a dark hallway.
Jeez.
So the first bar we were at, we brought him in, and he's barely standing. So we propped him against these chairs that are like piled up, and we're like, just stay here. And he's like, all right. I see a group of not attractive women. It was like 4 of them. And I of course, am like, this would be really funny. And I kept telling him that these girls were really hot and they were totally into him. And he's like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? And he's fucking blacked out. So I go over to these girls and I'm like, hey, my friend, I didn't even pick one out. I just go, hey, my friend thinks you're really cute, just as a broad statement. We all turn and he's falling into the chairs. And I go, never mind, and just walked away. And I was like, what are we doing?
In our defense, we pre-gamed way too long.
Yeah. And then we had
Sure.
and we had a series of fucking crazy drivers.
Oh, do you remember when we parked in a spot we weren't supposed to park, and it just happened to be next to a cop, and you asked him, like, "Hey, is it cool if we park here?" I think I looked at, he's like, you can park where everyone. That's the least of our worries.
I don't remember.
We were parking
Yeah.
it said no parking, and you're like, dude.
Oh, when we first showed up at you.
yeah. And then just happened, a cop happened to be driving by. I'm like, I don't know who asked him. And you're like, hey man, do you care? Like, there's nowhere to park if we park here. He's like, that's the least of our worries.
Yeah.
He's like. I'm like, oh, we're in a good neighborhood.
Then we walked back through it at 2 a.m.
Yeah. Remember, Wawa's right down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
7
fucking
blocks
like
later.
a mile and a half.
Remember, I fell.
Yeah, I do remember that because we were running because it was freezing.
Oh, we were wearing your coat.
Yep, we were wearing my coat.
I was the only one that brought a sweatshirt
What do you
and
mean
a
y'all
big
were wearing
sweatshirt.
your
I had
coat?
brought a coat
Well,
because
you
I
ease your
like to be
sleeve?
prepared, and Carl was inside of it.
Yeah.
I wore a coat because I like to be prepared,
And then I wore a coat.
and then I unzipped it and put him in it and zipped it back up. So he was walking in front of me with.
It was really tough to walk to because we were drunk.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, you're just kicking each other and shit, tripping.
And then I was told, "Oh, the house is right here." So,
So I unleashed him, and he took off running
And ate shit and broke his belt.
Jesus
I think I broke my
Christ,
watch. I fell forever. It felt like. I remember just falling and falling and falling.
It was
I
fun.
just remember hearing you hit the ground. Going,
Because I came with a sweatshirt and a second sweatshirt.
There's no ring cameras back then either.
It was fun. We also went to Wawa,
It was way
and
too
the
far.
person that was hammered couldn't remember what he ordered or what he did with his slip. And then he comes back with a fajita, and we're like, "We
took
thought you got
somebody's
chicken
food."
strips," and he's like, "I don't know."
so we're like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here.
I forgot he didn't know
We
what he
waited at that
ordered
Wawa for like 30 minutes
Yeah.
for his food.
because he didn't know what he ordered, and he
And we're like, "Where's your slip?" And he like turned to the counter like he already put it up, and he's like, "I don't know what I got." It was so fucking funny though.
he did
That's
not. I'm
ridiculous,
pretty sure he
dude.
got like chicken fingers. Well, that's what he ordered.
It was It was the chicken strip and mac and cheese bowl is what he told us originally, and
he
then
had
he
a
started
fajita.
eating a fajita. And we were like,
Christ.
and
ordered
this was
all
like,
that?
No,
No.
No.
He just
ordered
took
something.
a fajita that somebody put up there.
Yeah,
I
he
thought
ordered some.
ordered all of that. 'cause
No.
he kept like forgetting his.
No, he
tickets.
ordered something, took his ticket, put it in the basket right away after he paid for it without getting his food, and then was standing there waiting for his food.
But he didn't know what number it was or what he ordered.
We were sitting there for like 25 minutes, and then finally, after 25 minutes, we were like, all right, I think James got his food because he started coming over with the quesadilla. And we were like, you told us you got chicken strips. And Joe, who was with him, was like, yeah, he definitely got chicken strips. And that's when we were like, all right, let's get the fuck out
Because
of
then we
this
were
Wawa.
because then we got in an Uber and,
Yeah.
and he was just sitting in the back eating
Jesus.
it.
Just fucking covered in quesadilla.
I thought you ordered like multiple things and just stole
Dude,
a
it
couple
was so
meals.
fucking
Only
funny.
paid for one thing.
It was the most confusing fucking thing. And we're on Broad Street in Philly,
I did
which
forg-
is like a huge Wawa.
Yeah,
I did
dude.
forget about
Yeah,
that.
a lot of people.
And it was chaos at fucking
yeah.
2 a.m.
Well, we were the chaos, I think.
No, there was other people in there that were causing a scene.
Yeah, one of them was with us.
That is ridiculous, dude.
Oh, dude, what is that thing down
Yeah,
there?
giant meatball stress ball.
Oh, that's fucking Italian.
I'm down for a fucking meatball stress ball.
Dude,
dude.
you are a
It's pretty
fucking
dope.
meatball stress ball.
I feel like one
I'm a
sometimes.
ball of meatball
Dude, speaking of
stress.
getting stressed, boys, let me stress you out real quick.
Don't do it.
What is it? They say, what is it?
What's that, Ralph?
What the fuck is that?
It's what?
What the hell is that?
What in tarnation is that? This week's word of the week is Salima Porgy. That is two words, technically. The first Salema Porgy.
I think she was dating Justin Bieber.
Porgy. Salima Porgy. Salima Porgy, I'm going to give you a hint right off the back, is also known as Salima or Cowbream, Carantine, Salpa, Salpe, Streppy, or Goldline.
That's helpful, thanks.
That's way too many words.
All right. Carl, your 20 seconds begins now.
Was that a hint?
He said it was.
Yeah.
Um,
Didn't help you?
What are any of those things?
The other names for Salima Porgy. 10 seconds.
it's a common cold.
Carotene?
Juice box?
Streppy gave me that.
I'm gonna say it's
10
a
seconds.
medicine derived from bone marrow of a pig. Nope.
All right.
Salima Porgy. Funded by Porky the Pig, dude. He did a lot for us.
It's Porgy, not okay.
Yeah, I
Whatever.
know, but
Anthony,
fucking
20
pork.
seconds.
like your
Turkish
attitude.
beef biscuit.
What the fuck is that?
The same thing as
A fucking
medicine from-
Salima Porgy.
You mean that fucking hamburger, dude? What the fuck is a Turkish beef biscuit?
That would be my porn name.
That
That's
is a
gonna
good
be-
porn name.
It's gonna
Turkish
be Red
beef
Robin's.
biscuit.
Yeah, it's gonna be Red Robin's new feature fucking burger of the month, dude. The beef biscuit.
All right, fellas, what would you like to know about the Turkish beef biscuit that is
Some onion
Salima
rings, some
Porgy?
barbecue sauce on it.
What do you want to know about it, Carl?
Is it a
What is it?
sickness?
It's not a sickness.
Oh,
Is it in health?
Can't get down with that.
Juicy J?
It's not a sickness.
Don't ask if it's
I
a
thought Streppy would give you that. Like you had a sore throat. And they
Yeah.
called
I
it
got the Streppy.
Good guess. Remember, boys, you're playing against me here.
Is it a physical
Every week we
thing?
do.
It is a physical thing.
Well, yeah, we are playing against it, boys. We got to put our brains together.
So you can't say it's some fucking tribal virus or something.
Anthony, what would you like to know?
Well, it's not a sickness.
You're right.
Does it have to do with food?
He's gonna say it can.
Well, this
Yeah,
is.
dude,
I
it's
played
gonna-
it. I
Could
played
be.
this one this way specifically because it means it doesn't have to be food. If I asked if it was edible, it could be food and not food. If it has to do with food, it could be plates, could be a fork, could be a cooking device.
Can he get a redo on the question? Ask if it's a living thing.
Ask your question again.
Does it have to do with food?
It can do with food.
See, dude, and like that.
Sea-Doo? That is a jet ski, sir.
I said, dude.
That is past tense of riding a jet ski.
Bro, that could be an animal that like needs to eat food to survive, but like it can do with food. You know what I mean? Like it could be an animal, but it's not eaten, but it could do with it. You know what I mean?
That's one interpretation of if it can do with food.
Yeah, and
got any
and,
hints
and,
for us?
and like Salima Porgy could be like.
He gave us a bunch in the beginning.
But it's
Yeah.
not a
Oh, yeah.
sickness though, so it's not anything bad that derives from food. Let's work together, boys, before we.
I want to see what his hint is first.
All right.
What his hint is, then we can work together once we know his hint.
Well, I oughta.
You want to start talking before? And then you say it, it changes up our whole
I
idea.
oughta, dude. He's gonna be like, it has 3 vowels in it, and that's gonna.
What if it has 3 vowels in it?
Salima Porgy is the type of thing that'll make your head spin.
See, that's what I'm saying, dude. It could be a tilt-a-whirl at a fucking Ferris wheel in Turkey. It could also be, but it's not sickness related, so it's.
Dude, it's got to be a festival or something. Because it can have food.
Dude, it could be like the Turkish
have-
Ripley's Believe It or Not. You know what I mean?
It can make your head spin. It could be,
anything.
like you said, it could be a ride.
It could be the Turkish version of Headstrong, dude. You know what I mean?
Take you on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'll give you guys a couple more minutes to.
Oh, there you give us a couple more hints.
No, I'll let you guys keep talking if you
Make
want.
your head spin.
I'm confident you guys aren't going to get this one.
It
This one's
can
pretty-
do with food.
Yeah, because this is making my head spin. Is it confusion?
It's a confusion. It's a physical thing.
Is it Confucius?
It could be Confucius. He's right.
He did confuse a lot of people.
That was in his name.
So we got 2 hints. Streppy.
Not just Streppy. There's a whole bunch of
Can't
words
remember
in
the
there.
other
All
ones.
you got out of it was one word.
Streppy, carotene.
And gold.
Goldfinger.
Yeah, yeah, dude. It's the unreleased James Bond fucking arch
It
nemesis.
can do with food, and it makes your head spin. Can make your head spin.
Could be a car.
Bro, the whole it can deal with food thing, I think we're
Or a boat.
overthinking the food aspect of it. It probably has nothing to do with food at all.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like it could be an event.
Could be a plane.
Event that has can and cannot have food.
Could be a zip line with a corkscrew in it.
It could be a building where food has been served one time and it
Could
can
be
do with
could
food.
be a
you know what I
hand
mean?
glider.
It
He
could be.
also wants to win, so keep that in mind.
could
He's
be
not
moon
gonna give
shoes.
us anything good here.
Could be a
I
really
think
big
they're
set of
pretty
moon
good.
shoes.
They're pretty good hints. Once
It
you...
can do
Could
with
be a
food.
spinning trampoline.
Goldfinger, carotene, and what do you say? Skippy?
Salpa. Salpa.
It could be a
Salpo, what do you say? Skippy?
could be a
Strappy.
motorcycle-driven merry-go-round.
Could be a merry-go-round. What's the one that was at the park?
Are you serious?
The merry-go-round.
You actually think it's an amusement park ride?
No.
Salima Porgy
No, it could be an event that has rides.
in Dubai.
Could be a hand glider.
In
Yugoslavia.
Salima. Solar.
I'll give you a hint, boys.
Sun.
The areas that this is from can be
India.
found is related to is South Africa, the Mediterranean, and as far north as Great Britain.
The Greeks did this shit. Salima Porgy.
He didn't say the Mediterranean. Yeah, that's Greek.
You want to fight me over that, dude?
It like cuts off right there.
Yeah, they got biscuits and naan and cheese and shit. And
They also have
olives.
Turkish beef patties or beef biscuits.
I don't
Alright.
think
Whatever I
they-
said.
I think we're just fucked. So you might as well just keep this motherfucker rolling.
All right, boys. Carl, your 20 seconds.
It's a ritual with some type of psychedelic. That sometimes has charcuterie boards
Scooter boards.
because it can do with food.
All right. Juice box.
If it's a fucking amusement park kind of thing, fucking event, and you don't say it,
10
and he
seconds.
fucking gets 5 points.
Salima Porgy is it's a festival. It's a festival. I'm gonna go with that.
My boy,
My
boy,
brain
Blue.
is stuck
You my
on
boy.
pottery wheel.
It's a festival
Anthony?
of some sort.
What the fuck does pottery have to do? Can do with food?
Because you can make bowls.
Because you can put food in
Or you could eat the clay.
the bowls. Or you can eat it. You can eat it before putting it in the kiln.
I'm gonna go
5
with
seconds.
it is a Pakistani vehicle.
You had to bring race into it, but I like it.
All right, somebody's gonna get some points.
No way.
And did we decide that if somebody gets points, I get no points?
Yes. So he's like, nobody's getting points.
No. Well,
Those
I'll
would
leave it
be-
up. I'll leave it up to the group to decide.
We're getting points. He doesn't
Salima
need-
porgy is a fish that can cause hallucinations when ingested. It's known as the dream fish, the Salima, the Calbream, Carantine, Salpa, Salpe, Strappy, or Goldline. It's a marine rayfin fish.
Aren't we all?
It's found in the eastern Atlantic Ocean, Mediterranean, southwest Indian Ocean. It's known to cause ichthyolexiotoxism when eaten.
Well, ichthy is fish.
And ichthyolexiotoxism is a hallucinogenic fish inebriation, which comes from eating certain species of fish found in several parts of the tropics, the effects of which are reputed to be similar in some aspects to LSD. Experience may include vivid auditory and visual hallucinations. That's why it has been given the common name dreamfish.
So you're saying we're going fishing?
So you're saying I got some fucking points, huh?
It's kind of what I'm thinking. You should get like a quarter of a point.
I just
for
want to know how
psychedelic.
this is not a Turkish beef biscuit.
I mean, technically, if you thought
It
fish
had
was beef,
nothing to do with
you should
any-
have said Turkish fish biscuit
I would have said fish biscuit.
You would have got points.
and hot dog flavored water.
Bring it on.
Yeah, I think Carl gets a quarter of a point
1, 2.
because it is a kind of a psychedelic. It's not a ritual, but
Why not? Why can't you make it a ritual?
if it was a ritual of eating this, I would give you the points. But this is just the fish.
Look if there was ever a ritual of people eating
It probably
this fish.
is.
I'm sure there is.
It's
But it still doesn't make it a ritual. But
Dude, Bowling for Soup came out with a new song, dude. Y'all hear it?
what if you no? But what if you just like, dude, I caught a shit ton of fish. We're gonna eat good tonight.
and just trip face.
Now you know why pirates were a thing.
You wouldn't like it. I'll tell you that.
Imagine eating this fish and then seeing a manatee.
Think
You're
it's
fucking.
a mermaid.
You're fucking.
It's a mermaid.
The Romans treated the fish as a recreational drug. employing the
You got that shit.
psychedelic
The guy's
powers
like-
during ceremonies. In Arabic, the name of the fish
Oh, I
translates to
got
the
that
fish that makes
shit.
dreams.
The guy's like, you got that shit. The guy reaches in his pocket. He's like,
The fish that makes dreams. Yeah, dude, it'll make you dream real hard during the day with your eyes
Dream.
open, dude.
Dream, dream, dream.
What if all your dreams are then like aquatic related?
You think you're a
Yeah,
fish?
You're either a fish.
I'd be kind of
you're
upset.
swimming.
You forget how to breathe.
You are water.
I wish I was a fish.
Bruce Lee was right. I can become a water.
You're just over there. It's like, oh yeah, too many.
Just on the
Just
couch,
flopping.
just fucking.
In the bottom of the sea.
Insane, dude.
Put me back in the water.
What's that Billy Joel song?
Which one?
The one about bottom of the sea?
The Billy Joel's?
I think it is.
At the bottom of the sea?
I thought I had a Billy.
In the middle of the night,
Oh.
we'll be dancing on the sea. Something like that.
I think it's like that. I don't know. I don't know. It came in my car. It was Billy Joel's.
You thinking
That's it.
under the boardwalk?
That wasn't
down
Billy
by
Joel.
the sea.
No, that's not what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's not
in
Billy
the
Joel.
middle of the night.
I know, but it kind of has a Billy Joel
Bottom of-
feel to it.
Yeah.
It could be.
Uptown girl.
She was living in her uptown world.
And when she loves it.
Dude, that was a cool CD, and I think I left it in that car for the next person.
Hold on. The fish gained this Salima Porgy gained attention following a 2006 study that examined 2 cases of men who ate it on the French Riviera, and both of them had hallucinations, with the authors noting that one man had auditory hallucinations of human screams and bird squealing.
Oh my.
That's
God.
That is terrifying. I would hate everything.
I would lose my.
I'd be so upset, dude.
Dude, could you imagine inviting a bunch of people over? You're like, hey, we're going to have a fish dinner on Friday.
You guys like your fish dish?
A bunch of gay fishes. Hope you enjoy your fucking fish sticks.
Yeah. You guys like a meal and a show?
One other guy said he wasn't able to see as he was seeing giant arthropods around his car. So basically big ass bugs.
That's terrifying.
Even
Yeah.
more terrifying.
With
Yeah,
side
what?
effects like obscured vision, muscle shortcoming, and retching during
Shit, your
hearing.
muscles are shrinking.
He cut his exposure off
Help! You're just like,
just to acknowledge mid-travel he couldn't drive with all the shouting creatures diverting him.
this is terrifying.
Why is he driving?
Yeah.
I thought they said this was like LSD. This seems like a problem.
I'm too high right now to walk. Let's get in my car.
He committed himself to a clinic where he recovered for 36 hours.
What?
Awful. Awful.
He's like, can you get the birds out of here?
You saying that? My great grandfather used to always make a joke that he had to drive home. He was too drunk to walk.
I'm too drunk to walk close to that.
The other case, just as bizarre, comes from a 90-year-old man who, after consuming the fish, began to experience mind flights of shouting people and screeching winged animals.
All right, so the bird and the people yelling thing is pretty common, it
It
seems
sounds like it's common.
Insane, dude.
Well, it's the big show. I said he saw a new type of car that you steered with a stick.
Like a plane.
So it was a plane. Guy's never seen a fucking plane before.
Insane, dude.
So yeah, that's the what is this week.
I'm just glad you didn't get points. And I appreciate you giving me a quarter point, putting me back in third.
Oh yeah, it did break the tie. It did break the tie. It got me at first with 11, Juice 6.3,
I love how he has 0.3.
Carl at 2.25, Anthony at 2.
Dude, if he loses by like a point
5,000.
one.
I'll be upset.
Oh yeah, we know.
Yeah, dude, you'll hear me.
Juice is the one that complains the most about getting points and answers and everything, and he is the best at this game.
Well,
No, he's better than you
the
guys.
year's not over.
He's better than you guys.
The year's not over. I mean, I fucked him over by making him basically do a festival.
Yeah.
But that also gave me points.
Yeah, but yeah.
You already had your answer in by then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but he could have been like, it's some type of food that if you do ingest, it gives you psychedelic feeling of people screaming and birds barking.
Basically, it's your schizophrenia.
What if I would add said
Yes, that's
Turkish
what-
birds barking?
Yeah.
You guys want to go to the buffet and get some of that schizophrenic fish?
Hell yeah, brother.
The bad part is like
$6.90.
part of me wants to try
I
it,
don't think so.
but part of me is terrified of how everybody's reaction.
I don't
seems
like
to
that
go.
it's a 2-day
Well,
duration.
yeah, but that has to go off of
Well,
consumption
how
amount.
much fish did he eat?
That's what I mean. Like,
That's
did
a
he
little
eat 3
fish.
fish?
Yeah, if it tastes good, I'm gonna eat a lot of it, and that's the problem.
As you're freaking out, you're like, I'm still fucking hungry.
I have that issue with fucking weed brownies. I go, oh, man, chocolate brownies, these are so good, and then I eat half a tray.
And then
That's why I
and
just
then-
don't
and
eat
then
them at
you
all.
Sleep for 2 days.
That's why I don't eat them at all. Stay
Easier
away.
just to stay away from them, huh?
Yep.
So are we doing your cards
tripping on
next week?
Fish sticks?
My cards?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have them here.
I'm
No, I didn't know if you
excited.
knew what they were.
Pulls out another
Yeah, I did.
cardboard envelope.
It was the first 3 that we got that my nephew got. We got them graded. I think one was a 7, the other 2 were 8s.
Who'd you go to?
CGC or something like that. They were cheaper than PSA. And from what I looked up, PSA is better to have if you're gonna sell. CGJ or whatever had better a better case display and was a little cheaper. And I'm not worried about resale value really. It was more just to like protect
Still to
them
get-
for him. But
To get a 7 and 8s, that's good.
yeah, they were. It
Well,
cost like
depends what it is.
$79 or something like that for them. So a little pricey, but
Did you look up the values of them now that they're graded?
no, I remember which ones they are.
I just didn't know if you looked just out of curiosity.
I'm gonna do it this upcoming week. I'm
Sending
finally
yours
gonna
out?
Send mine out. Yeah,
You got your whole binder.
I'm sending out 15 cards, so that's gonna be pricey in itself. But 15 is gonna be a little pricey. But in theory, if I get the rough grades I think I'm gonna get, it'll be worth it. Hell yeah, dude. I'll be the first to test it. Make sure it's good. I don't want to go over there, dude. I want to make sure the walkthrough is still good.
Oh, sorry, boys. I had the stomach rallies, and it was going to be a stinker.
What is that grade?
It's a
Is?
sign
That's signed
one,
though.
It's just identified. It's just certified. It's not graded. Just curious.
That's pretty sick. It's cool of you to do that for him. I'm stealing a piece of your bread.
The most juice. The most recent one that one of this card sold for at grade 10 was $51. So
Yeah, so 7 or 8. I mean, you might get maybe
$20.
maybe 15.
well, considering
20.
considering altogether we're in at about $81. It's not terrible, but
Yeah,
It's more so
I mean,
for the,
like resale. You might lose money, but you weren't in it for that in the first place.
more so
it's-
for the memories. And I still have 5 more packs for him to open that I got at different flea markets. But
The rule of thumb for sellers is you have to look at the
Buy low, sell high.
no, you have to
I mean, yes, that's rule number 1.
you have to factor a few things in when doing it. So you should always look at between your grade 7 to grade 8 values of what that card is worth. If the value of that card in that graded sleeve by PSA, who is arguably the most reputable company to have them graded by, if the value of it is less than the cost it's going to be per card, and to insure it to ship to and to receive it after grading, don't do it. Ever.
Yeah.
Never.
Makes sense.
Well, yeah,
Never.
financially, it's a terrible decision
It's a
unless you're
horrible
holding onto
idea.
that card forever.
You're
Right.
paying a minimum of $15 to get that card graded, unless they're running a special of like $8.99 a card.
Or if you're holding onto that card for the next 30 years or something.
Yeah.
And hoping it goes up in value.
That also.
Because believe it or not, the longer you hold on to it, the older it'll get.
Thanks, Carl.
deal with that. You take that information and you do with it with whatever you want to do with it. That's exactly how that phrase goes.
The longer I hold on to it, the older it gets.
Yep.
I don't like when he talks, Juicebox.
I don't like when I breathe.
Are you gonna get any of the comic
Usually
books
you-
graded?
See, that's the thing. I've been speaking to a couple places, and like their opinions on comic books like vary.
Is it the same opinion I have of it doesn't make sense to sleeve a book
Yeah,
or to slab a book because you can't see it?
makes no sense.
Because now
That's-
you can't read the book that you just
Yeah.
slabbed.
you
And the
can't-
whole point of the book is to be read.
Yeah, you can't smell that 1963
I mean,
whatever. Or that
I wouldn't care to
I don't know.
smell.
I won't
You
buy
can't
books
feel
for
the
the smell.
pages.
But they have
It's just a nostalgia. It's
They
the,
do-
It's the whole experience.
they
of
do
reading
make
old
comic book-
book.
they do make comic book sleeves that you slide the pages into,
Sure.
and it like helps it be a little more rigid and less
Every single one of the comics I have are sleeved. Every single comic.
just the full book sleeve or the page sleeves.
Full book is just
Yeah.
sleeves.
But they have page
It's
sleeves that
cardboarded and sleeved.
but they have page sleeves that go on. So if you do want to read it without damaging it, you can.
Dude, the app.
I'm not that. I wouldn't do that. It's
No,
way
dude,
too much fucking
it's
effort.
A lot of work.
Laminate them.
Well, plus
Photocopy
my most
it.
expensive
And you can read it
ones
whenever.
are in bags, like they're plastic sealed. So that would really make no sense to fucking
Oh yeah,
slab that
If they're
because
unopened.
It's in it like I have like Death of Supermans and other ones that are like in
in the
The-
original
the-
bags.
bag. Why would I do that? That's a little silly.
Some trending news if you guys want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
President Trump just ordered the reopening of Alcatraz.
Let's fucking go.
How? It's
I don't know why or for what.
It's gonna
But
cost a lot of money to fucking
Rebuild and open Alcatraz. For too long, America has been plagued by vicious, violent, and repeating criminals. Offenders, the dregs of society. He didn't say this. He doesn't say the dregs of society.
he used a couple slurs in there.
Where?
No, it's not in there. In his reading to the person that wrote it, there were slurs.
That is why today I am opening directing the Bureau of Prisons together with the Department of Justice, FBI, and Homeland Security to reopen a substantially enlarged and rebuilt Alcatraz to house America's most ruthless and violent offenders.
The best prison. The
It's gonna
biggest
cost
prison.
so much money to fucking renovate that and upkeep it and shit.
Sometimes
dude.
it's the only way you can
Dude,
afford to
well,
go to an island.
I think he heard Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 is coming back out, and you could skate at Alcatraz, and that's why.
See, here's the reason. Like, here's just a random one. Like, if you look like the PSA 10, I'd rather pay the money. To
I
get,
had that card.
Like, I'd rather pay the money to get that graded because I know that one's in like absolute perfect condition.
Well,
and the
I had that card.
probability of me getting.
Maybe your card is my card, and I gave it to you.
it's.
I think it
our
was my card.
I opened this. I remember opening it.
I don't have any of my cards.
Versus, here's my.
You have my
message.
cards.
I grabbed by the throat.
There's a graded 10.
Yeah.
Of,
It's a cool cover though.
is it worth it?
I always
though?
like that. There's the all black cover too
You
of
gotta
the
give
Death
him
of
the
Superman.
old.
Well, that's not the.
That's not that one.
But it's that
Yeah, that's just that.
Those are in
But that is
packs,
the Death
too.
of Superman is what that comic is.
You got most expensive stuffs for us?
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking
He's busy
take
showing me
over.
comics that he's got.
You want to see my comic?
It's just my most expensive shit, which this app made me a moderator on now because I've cataloged so many valuable items.
I'm proud of you.
Hello, and welcome to Why So Much Monies, hosted by your friend, Juice.
All right,
Oh man, this is nice. Coming at you live.
this is kind
So
of nice,
s-
dude.
Smooth jazz.
All right, dude. Most expensive things y'all want to know?
All of it.
God damn, let me tell you.
Tell me all of them. What's the most expensive of everything?
Ladies and gentlemen, the first topic, we are going to discuss the top 5 most expensive items ever sold on Temu. This is not sponsored by Temu, but y'all know that I be doing random Temu scrolls.
We're
dude.
talking about mini excavators.
All right.
That's like I'm fucking done.
What? Do you want nothing to do with this, dude?
No,
We're
you
gonna
can
look up the items.
He's gonna look him up.
All right, number 5.
You want me to do it, Carl?
Oh no, I don't want to do this.
Here, give me it. I'll do
You want
it.
to do it? Who's doing it?
I'll do it. Just give me it.
You got a whole can of whoop ass?
Come on,
Oh boy,
dude.
I got a drink in my one hand
Top 5.
and a beer in the other.
It's way more interesting than you probably think.
No, they are interesting. It's just
What, do you not support my Temu habits?
don't
I haven't even
Temu.
spent a single penny on it yet.
no. I can't support Timo.
Fine. Why?
Tariffs.
The slave labor?
I can't stand China.
Oh, God damn it, dude. All right, so coming in at number 5, we have the Reef Tiger Tourbillon mechanical watch.
What was it? $5.55.
It is a luxury men's watch featuring a business skeleton design, 50-meter water resistance, and available in
How much is it on
multiple
Temu?
combos. $695.
It's fucking $245 on AliExpress. Why are we going to Temu?
48 cents.
Fuck Temu.
Well, it's more expensive now.
It's probably a specific.
Slide it to complete the puzzle.
What the fuck?
That's how you prove you're not.
Boop.
Yeah, you gotta secure it, dude.
Item is sold out.
All that for that.
Oh no, no, no!
I love it. I love it. That's a potato.
The next item.
Hold on. What?
They're probably not on Temu anymore because they were all sold. These were the top 5 most expensive ever sold.
Well, what was it called? The Reef Tiger designer?
Yeah, the Reef Tiger Tourbillon or Tourbillon mechanical watch. Yeah.
Check that 245.11 from.
From Alibaba.
You can buy cars on
I
Alibaba.
mean, if
can't
it's
you?
the same, dude, you can buy all sorts of shit, brother. Just wait till we get to
There's a whole
this.
bunch of different ones down here. They're 1% off. Look at that deal. dude.
Holy shit.
All right, coming in at number 4, we have it is an automotive diagnostic tool. It's called the King Bolen BOLEN K8 Auto Full System.
Full system.
It is $697.99. It's an automotive diagnostic tool that
Wait, how
offers
much?
over
It's cheaper on
25.
Amazon.
It's cheaper on Amazon.
I don't know, dude.
Fuck Temu.
I'm just giving you what
It's even
was
cheaper
sold
on
Temu.
AliExpress. If you want to wait 8 months for it
Coming in at number 3.
and get a mini version of it.
Coming in at number 3, we have a pretty big jump in price for a container house. They
Just a
have
dollhouse?
container homes being sold for $20,000.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Look at the other ones.
Yeah,
My tiny
not
home's
bad.
22.
Yeah. That tiny home's 22. You can buy a container home for.
I can get a porta potty cheaper than that.
for 20 grand.
Go
This
over
one's
there.
$25
$25. Pfft. Buy
I mean,
4.
I don't know what's all
I don't wanna go to
involved with
Temu
those, but you know.
because it wants me to. The deer is running by the. It's not running, but sure.
Yeah, I don't
Why do I have to keep validating who I am?
because they want to make sure. You're
Wait a
not
minute.
bot.
Container homes.
I'm trying.
Yeah, container home.
All right.
Hell yeah, right back in the same place we were.
I like books.
I like books.
I just like to stare at them.
Sort by price,
I like to
high
fill
to
my
low.
home with them so people think I read them all.
Look at that.
Most
Look
expensive
at all these
house.
container homes.
$36.81
In Omar.
Not
Whatever
bad.
Omar is.
Not bad.
From The Wire?
No, that's a different
All right, look
Omar.
at number 2. This takes an even crazier jump. We have the Divine Spark. The diamond. Yeah, it's just a diamond. It's called the Divine Spark Diamond. It is a 50-carat gem. And it
50
was sold.
carats.
It was sold for $80 million.
Whoa.
On Temu?
On Temu?
Yeah.
This sounds like a way to fucking embezzle money.
Yeah.
It was sold on Temu for $80 million. Well, that was to show that Temu can that they want to diversify in higher end luxury items.
No, this
So
is
slowly but surely, you may see like an occasional pop up on the Temu market for like very expensive shit, just because like
prove that they're not just all cheap shit.
yeah, kind of what like eBay did over the years. How like a lot of shit was fake and they would do like the authenticator series of like items now and shit to prove that like the money you're spending like it's real. Like this is kind of like I don't know, it's kind of like that.
That makes sense though.
And
All right.
I don't know. That's how I think about it.
No, they show you that you're just not selling cheap shit. Or somebody owed somebody money and they're like, hey,
You probably won't
I
find
have
it
this
'cause it was,
rock.
Like it was just like a one item, like a quantity of one, and like someone got
How much did it sell for?
80 million,
More expensive than the Obamas.
and that was number 2. Number 1 is the Eternal Serenity Mansion.
Somebody sold a house.
They sold a mansion on Temu, but
This is embezzlement.
but it's. It was sold for $150
Gotta be honest,
million.
Juice, you've had better, most expensivest lists. These ones are tough to find.
They're like finding wise.
Well, yeah,
that's
I
right.
don't know, dude. These are just what I got.
Oh, that's a fucking wall print.
Why wouldn't you want a wall print for it? I'll sell it to you for $4.
Yeah. Well, the even crazier part about it that I didn't mention, it's not a real mansion. It's in like the
It's in Wisconsin.
it's in like the metaverse type thing. It's a virtual mansion. Someone paid $150 million
Hope
for
that
a
person
virtual
dies
mansion.
very soon.
Well, see, this is just hiding money. This is what this is doing.
Well, it's like all the, it's like the Bitcoin bros and all like the meme coin
money
guys
laundering.
and the
I bought it.
dude. Like I still don't really understand the metaverse. I
think I
don't
would-
have an
I
Oculus
think I
or
would
any pair
search
of anything
both those things
to
back to back.
access it.
Better hope nothing weird happens around here for the next 2-3 weeks, buddy. Or you're gonna be getting interrogated for a while.
I don't go on. Dude,
No, I'm not
I
talking
don't-
about you. I'm talking about what Anthony just fucking looked up
I didn't see what he typed in.
his past 3 searches.
Well, I missed the other two.
Hey, go back.
What, to my other searches?
Yeah.
And that one was
It
the
was just
mansion.
that. It was just 2.
Uh,
That one and then this one.
allegedly. You gotta type in allegedly. You're like that fucking guy who like.
Yeah.
You remember that? You looked that up for like he killed his wife or something like that.
Yeah, and then for fucking 25 minutes he was trying to figure out how to hide a body off YouTube.
Google, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry.
They're gonna know where this serial killer is at by you typing this in. You're just got to take the fall for it.
I ain't taking shit.
Not
See,
you.
Not you, it's not your laptop or your IP address.
Or you typing it.
My next list though,
The FBI is gonna
they
knock in
all
my house
have
tomorrow.
photos to them.
Huh?
All right, I like
Now
photos.
we're in.
Yeah, I mean like this is a.
Oh, we were
themed-
in. We were in.
This is a theme.
Is it most expensive photos?
No, it's the most expensive on different fucking shopping platforms. This one's eBay. I have the top 5 most expensive items ever sold, not listed, but sold on eBay.
I like it. Let's
Jesus toast.
Coming in at number 5, we have in Albert Einstein's God Letter. In 2018, it was sold. The letter.
Ooh, let me guess.
It expresses his views on religion and the universe and is considered a significant historical document.
Can I tell you how much it sold for?
Guess.
$2.9 million.
$3.2 million.
Fucking Google lied. Fuck.
You were very
This
close,
one?
though.
No, look,
Yeah.
juice.
Well, I mean, maybe the guy profited 2.9.
Oh, this was the
after eBay
BBC,
took the
so that's
percentage.
The big black cock version of it.
that's
Yeah,
that's pounds, baby.
Pieces.
Coming in at number 4, we have, and I didn't realize this was a thing, a lunch with Warren Buffett.
It's probably McDonald's.
Every year, Warren Buffett auctions a private lunch to benefit charity. And it was sold. Hold on, my fucking.
Doesn't he always eat McDonald's?
It's Trump.
No, I'm pretty sure Warren Buffett does too.
McDonald's?
I don't know, but he missed a perfect opportunity to take him to a buffet.
Anyway, Warren
I don't
Buffett's buffet of Buffets.
I mean, I don't
But
know about.
Of Turkish beef biscuits.
He started in 2012. The winning bid was secured through eBay.
Dude, he could do
It was-
Buffets.
It was $4.5
Old Country
million.
Buffet.
Holy
He
shit!
could do Buffets buffet.
At Jimmy Buffett's.
Wait.
Margaritaville.
Beer Brazed Buffett.
No, Buffet's buffet.
Beef Buff.
No, Buffett's buffets. So it's Warren Buffett's buffet, and then the buffets are women. So Buffettes.
I like it.
Buffets. So
It's
like-
only
so it's
seen
like
at Jimmy
Hooters.
Buffett's
The Buffets.
Margaritaville.
It's like a Hooters, but it's buffet Hooters.
Yeah,
You know
Buffett
Hooters
and
is coming back.
Buffets,
We can do all the
dude.
bees.
Buffett Hooters.
Hooters is rebranding.
Isn't
They're
it
coming back.
bees?
The bees.
We could do. Well, it's gonna be
I like it.
Warren Buffett's beer battered brisket buffet.
And the Buffets.
Yeah, you gotta have the buffets.
Gotta have the Buffets.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hooters is rebranding as Cooters. They're now wearing bottomless tops.
Hell yeah, dude. See-through.
Bottomless drinks.
Why do these wings smell like fish?
See-through bottoms.
No, but Hooters is actually rebranding and coming back.
On my list, I skipped the one.
Well, they kind of.
It was Action Comics #1, Superman's first appearance. It was a grade 9 from CGC, and it sold for $3.2 million in 2014 on eBay. I skipped that. My bad, Superman.
brain is just going nuts over there.
What?
I said,
Cops will
maybe-
be in here in no time.
I said to Carl, maybe Anthony shouldn't have the laptop. His ADHD brain's going nuts over there.
So was that number?
Just random
That was
So
before.
so that would have been 5, and then I did 4 and 3. So here's number 2.
Ready.
Number 2 is a Gulfstream 2 private jet. Which I didn't realize you could even do that on eBay. But they sold a
Yep, that's close enough.
in 2001, a Gulfstream 2 jet sold on eBay for $4.9
Wait,
million.
Before you finish that, make fun of him for not being able to type like you guys do to me.
I can't even read.
Cocksuckers. Every time I mistake a word, just fucking never forget about it.
Usually you're yelling about it though. It's all caps.
See, now how does he make a mistake and I'm the one getting made fun of for it? This is bullshit.
Unreal.
I tell you to make fun of him and you make fun of me. What the fuck?
Oh, how have the turns tabled?
God damn.
The turns have table, dude.
Sorry, Bubbles.
What happened
Damn.
on 9/12, dude? Fucking.
Yo, speaking of
All right,
nine,
coming
I don't want to
in
get around you
number
anymore.
1. God damn it. The number 1 most expensive item ever sold on eBay was in 2006. Was a 405-foot luxury Giga yacht designed
how do you
by
even pick that up?
designed by Frank Mulder. It was sold on
Right there,
eBay
Anthony,
for
first link.
$168 million.
What is a Giga yacht?
It's huge.
It's a
It's the biggest yacht you
it's
can
a
get.
massive yacht.
A
It's super
gigantic yacht is
yeah,
basically.
it's a super yacht. It's 405 feet long, dude.
Aren't yachts already just big?
Well, they can't even get it in this picture.
It
So stupid. Just a black.
so the buyer's eBay account did not have like a real name listed to the
A
thing.
lot of times yachts aren't even brought to one person.
Well, this was on eBay though, so it's a public listing. So like anyone
It
could
goes
have
usually to
seen.
like a company or whatever.
This is an old article.
Well, it was through just like a false name, but it's believed to be bought by a Russian
That's it.
billionaire, Roman Abramovich.
Oh, that probably got repoed then
Maybe.
with the whole Russia sanctions.
Yeah, there's boats right now that are repossessed.
Look at that
cost-
fucking thing.
It featured
That costs millions of dollars just to upkeep.
Is that
the
half
stuff
of a plane?
stored.
No, that's a dinghy.
it featured multiple VIP suites, a spa, a movie theater, and a helicopter pad.
You know most
like, this
yachts.
was a
You know
massive
most
yacht.
yachts you can't track back to one person owning. It's usually like under like a company name.
Well,
or
there's
something
like
that.
sketches of it.
Sounds about right. I
Got a
learned
fucking
something about
pool on it.
supercars with
Look at that.
insurance companies.
They don't cover them.
Well, yeah, most
I'm not even scrolling anymore. It
most
just won't
time
stop.
they won't pay to get them fixed. You just get like a payout for like a supercar.
Well, yeah, because it's not financially worth it.
Most won't even deem them. Like there's different title categories of like salvage cars and like wrecked categories, but they won't deem it like not roadworthy.
It's a level of rich
So
we'll
they
never
can
know,
still
fellas.
resell it, and,
This is so
and then the
expensive.
insurance
Supercar
company can
Bondi might
profit off
have
of it
a
more.
good like pictures and walkthrough of it.
Where
The second
right
picture.
here.
It's a level of rich we will never know.
168 million for a yacht, dude. Yeah, that like you have so much money for you to have a boat that you use maybe. How many times a year do you think that guy actually genuinely uses that
you
yacht?
basically use it all the
You
time.
pay
It's
to
your
keep it
house.
Like where
parked.
he is there.
It's your
dude.
house.
You spend a lot of money to keep it parked.
I doubt that guy
Do you know
spends
what the
his
upkeep
entire.
is on them?
Oh yeah, right there. Look. Scroll down a little bit, Anthony.
I doubt that man.
However,
spends
like
his
all the
whole
Russian
life on
oligarchs,
there.
he's still under sanction. So even if he is the owner of the Giga yacht, we're not sure if he has access to it.
Oh shit! You called it with the sanction thing.
Yeah, Roman Abramovich.
Well, they some of those boats because they want to sell them. They're paying for the upkeep. The upkeep on them is like crazy.
Yeah, dude, you have to pay to store that somewhere. You have to pay to fill it. You have to pay to have like
Yeah, it's
We
gotta
don't-
have a
I don't think you have
crew.
to pay to
crew.
store it.
It
You
has
have
to
to
have a
pay
crew.
to be in a bay.
You have to pay to
insurance for
dock
your
it.
crew.
Oh, okay.
'Cause it takes up a
paying to
large
dock
space.
it.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
dude.
sense.
There's a crew that runs the whole ship.
Yeah, and you have to pay
Constantly.
insurance for them. You're paying every like yeah, man.
You just be like, what's the yearly upkeep like on a yacht?
On a giga yacht.
You don't
I
like
wanna
my
know
question, don't you?
Your
specifically
question's
on a
fucking
giga yacht.
ridiculous.
A lot.
Look up Carl's question, but on a giga yacht specifically, what is like the yearly upkeep?
Millions.
I could also probably find that out too, but
Can easily exceed 2 million annually, or potentially 10 to 20% of its purchase price.
Jesus.
Well, you got to pay to keep it parked. You got to keep maintenance on it.
Insurance,
Because if that
maintenance,
yacht breaks down in the
repairs,
middle of the ocean, it's not like you can get a fucking tow on one of them
crew
things.
salaries. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Plus,
pay the
plus, it's not
coast
one person driving the boat.
I should be able
There
to
is
get all my
a
toes on
crew
it.
of people operating the boat.
I
Yeah,
should be able to
dude.
get all my toes on it. Be 10 toes down on that motherfucker.
You're right.
Why couldn't I get a toe on
You
it?
stand on business?
Yeah. You tell me I can't take toads on there? What if I got a collection
You
of
could
little
get-
frog
You could get a whole lot of toads.
How many
on there.
toads can fit on a yacht?
A lot. Well, on a giga yacht, a
Yeah.
gigaton,
I told you so.
I told us so.
a gigaton of toes,
I told us so.
Okay, so
a gigatoad.
routine maintenance and repairs fees begin at approximately 2% of the yacht's value and can escalate to 7.5% by the 10th year. The increase reflects the growing need for upkeep on the yacht's age. Marina fees. Docking the yacht incurs fees ranging from $2,000 to $6,000 depending on the
Why are you
location.
guys pronouncing it yacht? Isn't it pronounced
Yeah.
yacht?
it's yatched.
Yeah.
Fuel expensive. Larger yachts may consume over 500 liters per hour.
Matt, you'd be the rich
500
guy.
liters per hour, Matt.
It's a lot.
Do you know how much soda that is?
Yeah, Matt,
That's
you'd
about
be-
250 bottles.
You'd be the guy that finally
Well,
becomes.
not unless you get the three.
Oh, if you get the 3 liters, you cut down the amount of bottles you need.
3-liter Dr. Pibb.
A couple Mountain Lightnings and a Dr. Perky, and you're good to go.
We'll run that thing for a fucking week.
Matt, you'd be
500
the guy
liters.
that somehow gets mega rich and be like, "Yeah, where can I park my yacht?
My yacht.
My yacht.
Yeah, that's my yacht over there.
my
They'll
yacht.
never
Yeah,
believe
my
you.
yacht.
They'll never believe you.
My yacht.
That would be the funniest purchase.
Dressed like I
But it's not actually a yacht. It's just a couple boats welded together. Where do I park my yacht?
a bunch of John boats riveted
Hold on,
together,
how,
dude.
How big's a boat have to? What length? How big does it have to be a yacht?
Yeah, anyway.
Because we got some John boats and welders.
I'm gonna say at least 50 feet. Probably longer than 50 feet, but my guess would be 50
People
feet.
call them John yachts.
Recreational vessel designed for luxury and comfort, offered with a crew and accommodations for extended cruising. Well,
Minimum size of around 35 feet.
35.
We can make one at
Damn.
35
Make a yacht.
feet.
Yeah, we could.
I got a boat parked down the street that's already 28.
Anything over 40 feet
There's
in
no
overall length.
official point at which a boat becomes a yacht, but anything over 40 feet.
Yeah.
Yacht.
What makes a boat a yacht?
How do we get to super yacht
That's a good question.
or mega yacht?
Just give it a cape.
How do you make a yacht? Next
you either give
question.
it a cape or a tool belt.
To be termed a yacht, such pleasure vessel is likely to be 33 feet. It's not even a big boat.
It's
I have a
getting
pleasure
smaller.
vessel.
Yeah, again, it's getting smaller.
That's just getting naked on a boat. He's like, this is my yacht
This
now.
is my pleasure vessel.
Or it's typically 35 feet or more.
Go look at my submarine on this yacht.
It's just two pontoons welded together. You just have two guys sitting on the front. You're like,
This is
that's
my
my crew.
yacht.
Believe it
This
or
is
not,
my
if you can
yacht.
hold your breath, you can go underwater on this baby.
This is my yacht. This is my helicopter pad.
So, me and my dad have been shopping for a new boat, and I found a pontoon that's a 31 foot with nothing on it. Not even the
You
railings.
just need to add 2 more.
Dude,
Literally-
we buy that and buy a camper, and we'll just put it on it.
Well, that's the thing.
Wow, we got a
The
yacht.
guy said he did this so he could put whatever he wanted on it, and there's a picture of a tent that he was sleeping in.
Wow, we'll get a nice fucking,
That's insane.
like a big fucking travel trailer and pop that bitch on there, and we'll have a nice.
Because it made me laugh really hard because I was like, this is the perfect boat to start with whatever you wanted.
It's perfect. It's like
It's
just a
perfectly
dock.
flat, just
a
carpet.
dock.
Yeah, it's a floating dock. 31 feet of a floating dock.
Is it like a side console?
How wide is it?
Yeah, it was, they're like 5 feet wide,
Oh,
6 feet wide.
What?
wider than that.
The pontoon.
Could be bigger than. It's got to be wider than that. I thought.
No, ours is only 6.5 feet wide.
I guess that makes sense for towing. Can't be wider than 8 feet.
Yeah, maybe it's 7 feet wide, but it's around that because I can lay down and touch both sides stretching out.
It
It's
ain't
just
that
more than
big.
5 foot.
He's been lying to us.
I got
He's
it back.
lying to us this whole time.
He's
It's
lying.
He's only 4'8".
He's lying. He's lying to us as he's lying down on the boat.
Dude, I seen a video the other day that was like a little person comedian, and he said seeing two little people in the same day is like seeing two peacocks, where you're like, what is going on around here?
It's like, yeah, I saw it. It's like, you guys have to have known each other.
It's so funny.
the guy that looked like,
Toby Maguire.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yes.
Yeah. He's funny.
I don't know if I saw
It fuck-
that.
I have it saved. It
funny.
fucking cracked
He's
me up.
funny.
Is there anything else you boys want to say?
Listen, dude.
We need to make
fucking
enough money
call
to make
me.
get a yacht.
We're not getting a yacht, dude. We're not even.
We will do the Brother Man pod on the Brother Man yacht.
We're not getting a yacht. We're not quitting our day jobs.
If
We
I-
might get sponsored by Peelers. Call us at 484-8069-420 if you want to, discuss sponsorships. If you
No.
want to discuss.
What you really want to
Candy.
do is email at service at amos-sweets.com and tell them that the Brother Man Pod should be sponsored by Peelers, and or tag them on Instagram AMOSSWEETS Amos Sweets.
They're gluten free, people. What are we doing, dude?
Tell them the
Even
Brother
for
Man
you
Podcast
fucking
should
pansies, you can have some of this shit, dude.
Be typing it forever, and they're never gonna find.
be Amos Sweets
Amos dash sweets, dude. Amos sweets, gluten free.
Never restarted. You just
Kept adding letters.
They figured it out.
Peeler
figured it
sponsor
out.
me.
sponsor you.
Brother Man.